And a major shout out to my girl, Beverly Williams. And she say, please stand up and do this video for me and help me because I am so sad and discouraged and it's all my fault. Sister Beverly say, my son is gay and it's all my fault because I held him too long. I babied him too long and I showed him all the woman qualities. I shouldn't have kept letting him see me do so much stuff as a woman, my makeup and everything. And now that he is older, it's all my fault that he's gay. Well, I figure, sister, and first of all, I just pray for you. And I have seen a lot of situations like this. That's why I'm kind of hard on, not hard on, but I be trying to tell a woman to do the right thing. And you say you had a man that was there, but you ran him off because you couldn't let him be the man he needed to be because you kept babying your son. And you know, I am so familiar with this topic, I can put myself in that man's shoes because I deal with this all the time. You know, and when you was talking about, he was watching you growing up and you wouldn't let the man get close because of your kid. See, one thing, sister, about a man, I tell any woman, you got to let a man be a man that they need to be. It's not just about you. That's why I say it's about each other. And the man, a true man, a real man, especially like you said, you had a man of God, but now he's gone and he's remarried somebody else, which is always what happened 9 times out of 10. Now he's gone and he's happily married, and now you say your son is gay and you don't know what to do. Well, see, really, that's between you and God what you're going to have to do. Because only God going to give you the direction. But I'm just here to encourage you, sister, because I try to tell the women, I talk to a lot of women all the time, especially at church. You got to let a man be a man, especially if it's a man walking down the path that God say. Here's the thing, is so many women scared to let a man discipline their child, and I don't know why. That's why I was talking in the other video. It's too many unbalanced children. And like you were saying, you was looking at my other video and you liked it about when you said I got in but I didn't fit in. So now I'm gone and back alone. And that's what happens all the time. When a man trying to get close and do what he needs to do as a man, and you say he didn't even have no children. God bless you. He didn't have no children. And now he's gone. But when he was trying to train up the child in the way he should go, you wouldn't let him. And that's what I see. A lot of women don't see this when they have a son and when there is no male figure in the child's life. And if you got somebody that want to train up your child and he's a good man of God, let him do it. Especially if he loves you and your kid. You can't keep holding on to what you've been doing and thinking you're going to move forward like that. Because any man that come in your life, real man going to have to deal with that. Because a real man don't want to see a boy grow up to be gay. And it's sad you got men that's teaching these little kids it's okay to be gay, and they watching they got enough bad examples already in the world and in church of this homosexuality stuff. And I'm not talking bad about homosexuality. I love the homosexuals. I just hate to see it inside of them. And when you look at that, it's easily influenced for a child. We see all of this stuff about what happened with Bishop Eddie Long, you know, and the allegation is going to be a talk forever and forever. But when you got a real man that loves you and your children, what's wrong with letting that man train up a child in the way they should go? See, you got to get to a point where you can agree on things. It's too much disagreeing. It's your side, then his side, and then everybody go their separate ways. And now you still at square one. But now you at square one with your child being gay. And only God, I'm sorry to tell you this, but only God can deliver that boy. And it's sad that he didn't have a male figure to have growing up with, but now it's too late. But it ain't never too late with God. Because things that are impossible with man are possible with God. He told us that. So don't give up. Don't ever give up. I know it saddens your heart because that's your baby. But see, that's why I tell a woman, you got to quit looking at your baby as a baby all his life. You got to start being hard towards your son. You can't keep letting them lay in the bed with you and thinking you're going to get a husband that way. You can't keep letting them watch you get dressed. You can't keep taking them around all your homegirls and all that stuff. See, that destroys, that makes a young boy, oh man, they be rotten no good. Because all they see is mommy. And all they see is mommy and mommy homegirls. Then it's sad everybody always want to pick them up and baby them as soon as they start crying. You know what I do? I let them children cry. Get over there in that corner and keep crying. I'll let it run into your mama. See, I ain't got time for all of that. And the longer a woman do that, the longer it's going to take for that child to come out of it. That's why I don't get along with most women, because most women don't want to let me discipline their child. And it's sad that I don't even have none, and I'm coming to the table with just me. But as soon as I start disciplining the child and say, you know what, he need to go in his own room. Don't let him get in the bed with you. Stop letting him watch you get dressed. Stop letting him do this. Oh, no, don't talk to me like that. Well, what you asked me to train him up for then? See, man, I deal with this all the time. That's why I stay back to myself. Because finding a woman without kids is almost impossible. That's almost like finding a good man nowadays. Yeah, so I deal with what I deal with. Because I always say, if God is going to bless me with my wife, she got children, why would I knock that away? I'm going to have to deal with something either way it go. And I don't mind loving the woman and their kids. If the woman would allow me to be the man that God has me to be. I know I'm not a perfect man, just like you ain't a perfect woman. But we are all imperfect people striving to do the will of God. And only God can take two imperfect people and keep them together and put them together. Only God can do that. But you have to be following God. Now he is gay and you don't know what to do. 18 years old, 19 years old, real talk, it really ain't nothing you can do. See, he's grown now. He's past 18. He's finna get out here in this world. And oh my God, because this world ain't no joke. That's why I hate, sister, that we can't talk about these things in church. We don't want to talk about sex. We don't want to talk about the wrong things, sin and homosexuality, you name it, abortion. We don't want to talk about none of this stuff in the church. And that is what's going on in the world. And half of the people going through this is the people that's sitting in the church. And we got the nerve to block it out of church. Now you sitting up with all the blame on yourself. See, when years and years go by, that's why I say I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to encourage you and tell the truth. You should have cut a lot of stuff you was doing. You should have let that man do what he needed to do. But see, it's too late for shouldas and couldas and wouldas. Now it's too late. So you got to focus on the solution. What do? You just got to pray. Because once your children get grown, they on their own. Ain't nothing you can do but pray. That's why it's so hard to be balanced in life. I thank God my mom and my daddy stayed together. Oh, they had a whole lot of hell. We used to see all kind of drama. But my mom and my daddy together, still to this day. And I saw balance within myself. Yeah. Because there's certain things you don't want to talk to mama about. But I thank God my mama, because ain't nothing I can't hide from my mom. I can talk to my mom about anything. I can tell my mama right now, Mom, I'm horny as hell. It don't matter what the subject is, me and my mama can talk about it. My daddy too. Because when you open up that relationship with your children, see, it's too many people locking their kids down. And you wonder why a lot of preacher daughters turn out to be so wild. They try to lock their kids up. The kids don't get to have no fun. And they only watch, see, a young boy only watches what his mother do. No. That's what I said in the other video. You don't have those genes to train him up to be a full man. You don't. That's why I say you can make it through it, but the child is going to be off balance, like I said in the other video. It's a lot of off balance kids because there was only one parent in the house. And now he is gay, you don't know what to do. Oh, God, pray for you. That's why I stand so hard on stuff like this. And it concerns me. See, one thing about me, sister, I got a heart. And I wish it was something I could say to your son, but I know it ain't nothing I can say. Because I talk to homosexuals all the time. You know what they do? Go in this area and out the other. Because God will do the separating. And I try to tell them about salvation. But of course, they don't want to hear. You know what's going to come out their mouth? Oh, you judging me. Oh, no, I'm not judging. I judge no one. I judge not. Because I don't want to be judged at the same measure. I don't want to be judged before the Father. But you know what? We're all going to be judged either way it goes. Oh. Tupac said, I'd rather be judged by 12 than to carry by 6. So now your child is grown and he's gay. And you can't sleep at night. Well, one thing about God, he can give you a peace of mind. You got to take the load off of you, sister. Yeah, you could have been the best mother you could have been, and stuff still could have happened. But I believe if you would have let that man just see, one thing about it, some women, they'll tell you to go ahead and take my child and guide him. But as soon as you take him, the mother love is so strong for their little sons that, oh man, they can't let go. I don't care how long he been sleeping in the bed with you. If I'm finna get with you, that's finna be cut out, or I need to just go on about my business. And people think I do that to be mean. No, I know what it's doing to that child. It's ruining that child, and it's ruining the mother. There's too many mothers now, kids done got grown, and they sitting up in the house depressed, and don't nobody want them. And they don't have no self-esteem, no self-respect. They just down on themselves. Because some things that you do in your past can really mess up your future. And you will not move forward if you won't you won't forgive yourself. And you got to keep God first. Feel sorry for that. A lot of young men nowadays don't have a chance hardly nowadays because all the fathers are gone. Like I was just saying in the other video, the black woman versus the black man. The man that tried to be there, he gone now. He married. Yeah. I have some people sometimes just email me stuff like this all the time, and they be, man, was I wrong for leaving the men? The men feel sad when they leave. And that to me shows heart and courage for a man to step up and try to take care of another person's kids, because the average man I know would not do it. If it ain't their kid, they don't want to do it. And they say that the ones that have their own kids don't want to do it. You got a lot of men taking care of somebody else's kids. My hand clap to them. I don't have a problem doing that. Yeah. Because these kids need to be loved. They need to be loved from a male point of view and a woman point of view. It got to be balanced. So, sister, I'm just going to lift you up in prayer and encourage you anyway. And I feel sorry that this happened, but sometimes we need to just remember to learn from our mistakes. That's why I tell these women that keep saying, I don't need nobody, I don't need no man. I feel sorry for you, and you ain't the type of woman I need to be around. Because you sure don't need God, because God said we need to have our helpmates. Oh, that's why marriage was designed. Everybody think they can raise their kids on their own. And I know it's terrible situations that happen with the fathers and the mothers as they baby daddy drama, baby mama drama. It's just drama back and forth, but still. You got to look at a situation before you get into it. Look at a woman before you start really dating them. Look at a man. See what he got going on. See if he about God business. Stop just going out settling people. Too many people settling in these kids, man. That's why I have a problem when I go to a lot of churches and they don't talk about sex. They don't talk about what's going on. And it's sad enough that the children are seeing all this mess inside of the church. And so when you got mess inside of the church, when you go back to the world, what have you learned? What have we gained by running people out of the church? We can't stand up and talk about sex. That's why I come on here. Because I know half of the churches I go to, if I say, let me stand up and do a class on sex, they won't even they'll look at me like I'm crazy. Oh no, we can't do that in my church. First of all, it ain't your church. It ain't your church. Man, we got to get understanding on everything. Now he is gay. And the women going through the same thing. The strange flesh. And I'm going to tell you what, I hate to tell you this, sister, but it's going to get worse and it's going to get worse. Because once you have been turned out by the strange flesh, a lot of these people, it's hard to go back. That's why so many people have died with AIDS. AIDS done took out a lot of the black men. Men sleeping with men, passing it around. Wives, husbands, down low brothers. Man, I hate this. Not too long ago, I knew this chick, man, used to be in the studio and just saying her husband came home and brought her full-blown AIDS. She didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue she was walking around with AIDS. That's why I'll be so hard on talking to women and trying to encourage them. And it's so important to let these men do what they need to do. Don't let your life be just so terrible and depressed and sad because you think you can't move forward. You can. But you got to let go of some things, women. Men got to let go of some things. If I'm going to be with sister, if that was me, we would have had to come to some kind of agreement. Because I would have been, I'm sorry to say this, but I would have been just like that brother. I would have been gone too. And it's saying that he was trying to work it out. See, I've been through this. You can pour your heart out to somebody and they give you the cold shoulder. Pour your heart out. I've been through this quite a few times. But see, the thing about me, you can only tell me yes or no, and I'm not scared to now answer. Yes, I will miss you. I'm going to still think about you, but I can move on. And it don't take me long to move on because I done been through some stuff in my life. I can move on. See, people think I'm cold-blooded and no, I got a heart. I hurt also. I do have a heart. I just speak bluntly. But best believe JT hurts when he go through stuff. You probably won't see it because every day I wake up, I keep my smile on my face. And no matter what I'm going through, I'm still going to encourage others. And I just had to do this video for you. God bless you.